Hello, good evening to you all, and it's another cup edition of this Mark II Burnley career mode, and it's the first leg of the Capital One Cup, and we play Tottenham Hotspur tonight at White Hart Lane. The first leg, it's over 2 legs, remember, so nothing's decided tonight. If you want to join us live on Twitch, you can do. We'd be delighted to have you for both streaming of this, for both half. We obviously, as you well know, if you're a regular viewer on Twitch, I stream one half of football and then obviously stop broadcasting at half time and then reconvene with the second half. But that's my secrets, given away to all the YouTubers, by the way, but I don't mind. So we have a fantastic occasion then. It's over 2 legs, they're both warmed up. Spurs winning 2-0 at home to West Ham, and obviously the Chorus, as you saw in the last video, winning comfortably at Manchester City. In fact, Burnley had to negotiate past Manchester City in the quarter-finals to get to this stage of the Capital One Cup. They're the current holders. This will be a tough test away from home at Tottenham tonight. So let's get over to White Hart Lane, where I'm ready to bring you all the first leg action that... Hello, good evening, and a warm welcome to this semi-final. This is the second semi-final. The first leg at the Britannia between Stoke and Arsenal finished no score last night. There was doubts because we've got snow falling down here in North London tonight. There were doubts earlier on this afternoon whether this semi-final first leg would go ahead, but the referees and the officials had inspection, and the match indeed does go ahead. And what an occasion. Spurs have sold all their allocation. There's 2,500 from Burnley. This is a Tottenham lineup. Lloris is preferred in goal. And the men to watch out for is Dumbia up front, with Holt being behind. Lennon and Chandler providing the ammunition on both wings. Palini and Dembele, the 2 holding midfield. And it's Capu and Vertonghen, the 2 centre-backs. Now a debutant for Burnley tonight, and that's left-hand side, and an opportunity for Max Gradle to shine. He comes in for Nyang, with Oxlade-Chamberlain going to Nyang's former position on the right-hand channel. Otherwise, it's the same team that knocked 4 past Manchester City. And there is Max Gradle. Middle name, of course, Alain. Alan. But we know him in this country as Max Gradle, former Leeds player, signed from Saint Etienne for £6 million. Bentaleb against his old side, of course. Would love to put one over on Tottenham tonight, and Pochettino, Mauricio Pochettino. And the man in charge has done a magnificent job of getting this game on with the aid of the ground staff is Craig Pawson. Well done to him for getting the game on. And it looked all the while as if we weren't going to get a semi-final play tonight. So away we go then. Both teams in traditional colours, and Burnley going from left to right. Joberg, he's in for Frank Lampard, by the way. He's rested, so he's another change. Gradle, for the record, is number 28. And he's already through already. And it's Max Gradle! Good save by Lloris. Well, Max Gradle then came from nowhere there, stole in, got there first, but Lloris ended up standing big there to make the save. And it's a corner which Bentaleb will take on this near side. Comes to Shaw. Kane against his own side as well, and he almost came close there. But the angle was too tight, to be fair. So a goal kick was going to be given all the way. Good start. Just to remind you, nothing will be settled for sure here tonight. Whatever happens, there is a second leg to come in a week's time, in fact. No, in a fortnight's time, sorry. And in between that, Burnley have got home game against Hull and an away match at Villa Park against Aston Villa. Joberg will get a deflection off his own man, and I think the goalkeeper was quite right to let that go. Look at that beautiful view there, the cockerel standing high and proud on the standover on the far side. The cockerel is the symbol of the Tottenham Hotspur club crest. Of course, they won the FA Cup in the year of the cockerel, 1981. Ricky Villiers and all that. Okay. Ings waits in the middle. Gradle is towards the far side. The cross was very poorly hit and it was easily charged down. Ings to Gradle. Gradle keeping his feet rather well on a difficult surface and getting his shot in. I think it took a little bit of a deflection, but it was an easy one though, despite all that, for Hugo Lloris. Remember, whoever wins this plays either Stoke City or Arsenal at Wembley next month. And they played out a goalless draw last night under Britannia in the first leg, so it's back to the Emirates as they will battle it out for a place at Wembley there. Here it's 0-0 and Ings is onside this time. Is this the opening goal? Well, Ings didn't hit it as well as he'd have liked, and it allowed Lloris a little bit more time than he would have liked, when he would have thought, to get down and save it comfortably. May have well just held on to that. I think he might have been better advised to have done that, really. But it's a corner. In fact, they're going to have a change of partner. They're going to try Max Gradle from this side. Let's see what he's got from corners here. Gradle. It wasn't a bad one in the end, but came to nothing. Shaw. Out to Gradle. Good running here. Max Gradle! Goal kick. Looks lively, this new signing, doesn't he? Former Leeds United youngster. Has had a good few years in France, playing it in Ligue 1 with Saint Etienne. So he's got plenty of European experience as well, which might help him in the knockout rounds when the Champions League reconvenes next month. And they play, of course, Borussia Dortmund. Chadley. Going up towards the last 10 minutes of the first half of this Capital One semi-final. First leg. Here's Gradle again on the ball. Two waiting in the middle. What can Gradle do with this cross? It's a good one, but Kane couldn't get there, although he was lurking with intent. You can be sure that the second leg at Turf Moor in a fortnight will be an absolute white-hot atmosphere. At the moment it's it's more or less stone cold here with all this snow and sub-zero temperatures. No wonder it's difficult for perfect football. It's not been a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. Here's Dembele. Paulinho keeping his feet rather well on this very slippery surface. Ings, well, that wasn't a good touch by Ings, and I'm sure he'll be the first to admit that. Into 2 minutes of time added on, 4 minutes of time added on incidentally at the end of the first half. That's a foul by Zuma. Craig Pawson, very much the man on the spot. Spurs supporters really getting behind their team now. Spurs needed extra time, of course, in the quarterfinals to see off London rivals Millwall at the New Den. What can they come up with here in this first leg? Oof! Lewis Holtby with a tremendous free kick, and Heaton was going nowhere near it. And to the great relief of the Burnley goalkeeper, it went wide. Shaw. Bentaleb. Harry Kane. Max Gradle. Throw to Burnley. In fact, we won't get a throw because it's half time. Good a good first half, but still 0-0. Difficult pitch to play on at the moment, but let's hope for a better second half. Half time then, Tottenham 0, Burnley 0. And welcome back to White Hart Lane, a snowy White Hart Lane, as we see a substitution. Jolberg comes off, Frankie Lampard comes on, and away we go in the second half. No changes from Spurs, by the way, as this second half gets underway. Snow-covered pitch at White Hart Lane, bitterly cold, but still playable conditions for this League Cup semi-final. First leg, 0-0, remember, as we go into the second half. And the first effort of the game from Lewis, or the second half rather, from Lewis Hartby goes into the top tier of the stand. Goal kick to Burnley. Away goal would be handy for them. Being the away side, it might suit them better. Even balanced semi-final. Burnley make an absolute hawks of that free kick. And Spurs could punish here. They have the quality. Referee Pawson playing an advantage for an earlier challenge, and now we're going to see, I think, the first... No, we're not. I thought Bentaleb was going to get himself a caution there on his return to White Hart Lane. It was a foul on, I think it was Dembele. So we've got a Spurs free kick, and again it's left to Holtby, this time against the wall. They tried the same trick as they did right at the end of the first half, and this time nowhere close because it hit the wall. And that should fall for Heaton, who didn't really get a positive touch on it, but he got away with it. Here's Gradle. Still Max Gradle. Good running there. Lively winger. And he's doing tremendously well. He's running all the way. It's Gradle. Gradle. And it's been turned in. I think it's a goal. And he's claiming it. And it is a goal. Hawkeye seen it cross the line, and we have the opening goal in the semi-final of the Capital One Cup. Yes, clearly over the line. Only just mind, but it's a goal, and it's Danny Ings who's got it. Despite the best efforts of Jan Vertonghen on the line, and Burnley are in front in this semi-final. And it was all down initially to the skill of Max Gradle. His first shot was well parried. It came to him a second time. He shot across goal. Ings was there onside, and it just about crossed the line before Vertonghen could do anything about it. And it's Spurs 0, Burnley 1 here at White Hart Lane. Breakthrough at last in the second of the League Cup semis. The other game, of course, ended 0-0, and that's over the top of the crossbar. And as the snow comes down here at White Hart Lane, the Burnley fans, I'm sure, very, very freezing cold, but the cockles will be warmed by that opening goal, created to more or less a certain extent by Max Gradle, although he should have scored himself, and finished off, only just mind, by Danny Ings. Lennon. Good ball through. Danger here for Burnley. Have to be wearing that defence, have to be on their medal defensively. Vertonghen, no penalty. Ball was taken cleanly. Vertonghen still on the floor. Trippier with a good interception there for Burnley. But here come Tottenham again, looking for an equaliser. Chadley, good tackle. Great tackle, and Chadley is hurt. And Dembele is being replaced by Stambouli. Spurs now with a quarter of an hour of this first leg remaining, looking to try and change things, certainly in the midfield area. So corner kick, and Chandler was okay to carry on. Lewis Holtby with the corner for Tottenham, trailing 1-0 in this semi-final first leg. Walker. Lennon. Away from Trippier. Not away from Kurt Zouma. Oh, yellow card for Trippier. That was a bad challenge on Walker. So the Burnley captain, of course, he now walks a disciplinary tightrope. Has been sent off before this season. Aaron Lennon, the man replaced for the second Tottenham substitution, in Eric Lamela. Will come on now for 8 minutes. The last 8 minutes of this League Cup first leg of the semi-final of the League Cup, the Capital One competition as well, as it's better known these days. A lot of people still call it the Carling Cup, and the Carling have not sponsored it for 3 years, and everyone still knows it as that. That was a poor corner really from Holtby, and here comes Kane now, looking to stretch his holding players, and he's done magnificently well. He's got Ings waiting in the middle, and Kane just quite content to bring it out. Ings is there again, and there's a Burnley player gone down. That could be a crucial blow. Bentaleb just going down. Let's hope that's nothing serious. Oh, it might be a hamstring pull again, and they have been suffering rather badly from the pulled hamstrings, Burnley, certainly in recent weeks. Now Tottenham in no mood for sportsmanship, which I think is rather stupid. Oh, now they might profit from this space here. Oh, what a save from Heaton! That was the equaliser on the cards, but Tottenham hadn't reckoned with goalkeeper Heaton there. That was a magnificent save. Here's the corner. Heaton was in 2 minds whether to come or stay on the line. Walker. Still Kyle Walker. That's a free kick in a dangerous position. David Jones is going to receive a yellow card, and he's not been on the pitch 2 or 3 minutes. In fact, it's not him, it's Mark Bartra. Mark Bartra is the man who gets the yellow card, and got none of the ball as well, and plenty of Kyle Walker. I can understand Kyle Walker being frustrated by that. But now can Burnley hold out? 4 in the wall. We know what Lewis Holtby is like from these situations as well. It's being left, and over the top it goes. Final whistle, and Burnley hang on, but they've lost Bentaleb to injury. Let's hope that's not too serious. The winning goal was when Danny Ings tapped it in and just got it in before Vertonghen could stop it from going in. And Burnley hold all the Etters after the first leg of this semi-final. Well, a great victory there. Hard fought, it has to be said, but Burnley winning just about in the end. We have some suspensions, so we were going to be a centre half and a central midfielder slightly short for the next game. Barter will not be able to play, so I would Blazer Chelsea Shackle will come in place of him. And it's not good news, I'm afraid, for Nabil Bentaleb. He's had a very consistent season, by the way. He has suffered a torn hamstring, I'm afraid, and he will be out for 2 months. And that's not good news. So it means now we have to probably try and get another possible central midfielder in for cover at the moment, because at the moment it's looking pretty grim as far as that's concerned with the injury at the moment, the injury list we've got at the moment. So far, if we look at the squad report, we've got at least 2 or 3 players now injured for quite a considerable time now, and that's a bloody blood, but it's back to league action for the next couple of videos, starting on Saturday against Hull City. Be shown to, well, Sunday rather, against Hull City, and then a week on Saturday we play Aston Villa at Villa Park. So they're the next two, and then that second leg with Tottenham. Until then, I bid you a fond good night. At Burnley, go away with an away goal to their name, but they've lost Bentaleb for 2 months to a torn hamstring. But Burnley hold all the aces going into that second leg in 2 weeks' time. From all of us here at White Hart Lane, a very good night to you all.